like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's in purple now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Where my heart can remember. remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Hoping my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crash all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December. Whoever my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.
Yo, what's good, everybody? We're back with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast on this Wednesday. Man, y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones. What I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional try-on hauls, and y'all know we got Music Monday. But this is Sold Out, where, man, we continue that sneaker talk. Pretty much, I do have a Discord. I do have that link pinned at the top of the comment section. It is free to sign up, or, of course, we continue the sneaker talk. We got a food section, a sports section, you name it, man. We've been pretty active over there these last couple of days, man, because if you guys haven't been living under a rock, we've been having a lot of heat drop, right? Okay. Which arguably sparks up one of the topics that we're going to be talking about tonight. I'm going to be keeping this thing pretty short and sweet tonight. Only going to do like an hour. Y'all know we used to do 2 hours back in the day. But you know what, man? I feel like an hour is the perfect time. Y'all let me know if audio and visual is okay as y'all come in and out. And definitely don't forget to smash that like button and sub up, man. So tonight's topic, man, we're going to be talking Stevie Williams. He accuses Nike of stealing pretty much his slogan and I guess kind of like his likeness, right? Okay, so I don't know if there's going to be a lawsuit behind this, but I have seen this floating around. Now, for the people who don't know who Stevie Williams is, he is a professional skateboarder. I grew up watching Stevie skate, arguably one of my favorite skateboarders of all time, if not considered one of the best street skaters of all time. He is the founder of DGK, which is short for Dirty Ghetto Kids. So as you guys can say, like, I'm going to obviously be going over the article and see what it is, but you can tell right here, for the people who don't know, I used to be very, 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 very big into skateboarding back in the day. Like, Dunks can vouch for me if he was here. Salutes to Dunks. Again, me and Dunks used to skate like around the clock. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about we be out there all day and only eat one time, and we be skating for the rest of the day. So salutes to Dunks. But Steve Williams, founder of DGK, which is short for Dirty Ghetto Kids, he's claiming, you know, now that we got the Air Max 95 SBs slotted to drop here, he's saying they are pretty much still in his likeness and his slogan. So we're going to be covering that tonight. Crep pretty much, I was doing a little bit of research. I saw that they have some new rope laces. Now, if you guys aren't familiar with who Crep Protect is, they are pretty much, I thought was going to be the, I guess, sneaker cleaning, like, I guess, legendary of all time. But then I feel like Reshoevn8r came along. Reshoevn8r is also a cleaning service. Now, if you watch a lot of other bigger sneaker YouTubers, you've seen a lot of people do stuff on Crep Protect. I've done stuff on Crep Protect, but also majority of it seemed like once Reshoevn8r took off, they took off, and they already been authoring like similar products like this. But Crep Protect, man, I feel like you could also see them when you go into Foot Locker and what have you, right? Okay. They're designed to keep your shoes clean. I actually have probably one Crep Protect white left and some cleaning product, and to keep it 100, I've used that joint probably like all of like 3 times, man. No disrespect or trying to disrespect the people who do the cleaning products, because also if you don't think about Crep Protect or Reshoevn8r, those are like the top 2 dogs when it comes to shoe cleaning. You know, I know there's Jason Marks and other brands, but also I was just thinking of every time I hit the mall, like a certain mall anyway, actually 2 malls in my area. There's actually like 1, 2, 3, 4, probably even 5 or 6 malls total. Hell, probably even 6, you know what I'm saying, if I'm not mistaken. Probably even more than that. These are just the ones I can think off the top of the dome, right? Pause. But the main 2 that I'm thinking of, and I'm not going to drop the locations, but they sell, one of them sells a cleaning product where they literally are the people that have the booths outside the malls, or not outside the malls, but outside the stores inside the mall, and they're trying to sell you and hustle you in any means necessary. I've got one time, right, and this was a long time ago. Ironically, I was in Vegas where Dunks lives, right, okay, and they, like, you know, at the time, I thought I was a sneakerhead back then, and I was, but nowhere near paying attention to detail of what I do now. But I guess you can say I wasn't nearly as selective. I just literally would hit the mall and get the new J's within reason, you know? But pretty much homie cleaned my shoes for me right there on the spot and compared me how I looked to the other pair. And before you know it, I bought a pair. And I have that cleaning solution still. And then I got the Crep Protect stuff. I've done that for a test with the all-white Air Force Ones, how to keep them clean, which mine are still, I would say, crispy within reason. Probably a little bit of yellowing because they're a little bit old. But yeah, I say all that to say, cleaning product seems like an almost like simple idea for like selling like accessories to sneakerheads, but that don't always work, especially if you're on the level of like, I'm not even gonna compare myself, but like a sneakerhead that has like, I'll say if you have over 100 pair of sneakers or more, dog, to keep it 100, not saying you're not trying to keep your sneakers clean, but to be honest, dog, they won't be that dirty because you're going to have so many you can put in rotation unless you're just wearing them on a regular basis. I feel like the cleaning products are for sneakerheads who are pretty much just now coming into the game, so to speak. And we all got to start somewhere, too. So that's not to take shots at anybody at all. And also, we will be talking about the Undefeated Air Jordan 4s. I know the raffles have officially closed today, at least for the online joint. And then the other ones where you're going to do the in-store raffles and pick it up, I think they close within like 8 o'clock PST. So within like what? Roughly 45 minutes. That raffle will be closed for the people that's going to try to catch a W on it locally. I did also post in the Discord right before I got on live. I was watching pretty much the story kind of behind it and the people who put it out there, the people from Undefeated. Definitely a good watch. I'll probably be using that to narrate and tell my story here tonight. After that, we'll be talking a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases as well to close things out. So yeah, man, let me see who all we got in the chat, and we're going to get the party started. Did you, I guess the trick question here, who didn't enter for the Undefeated Air Jordan 4s, man? It's a sneaker we haven't seen since 2005. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of math here, right? You know what I'm saying? We in 2025, if I'm not mistaken, dog. So what is that? Roughly what? 15 years, if I'm not mistaken. Could give or take. Feel free to correct the kid. Where we are real quick. Let me see what we got in the chat, and then we'll get the party started. I think I'm going to start with Stevie Williams' story. Then I'll go to Crep Protect, and then we'll close out with Undefeated, if that's cool with you guys. And then let me touch the chat real quick. Just a little, get things warmed up here. Sometimes a kid can be somewhat rusty as well, man. Also, fun fact too, I seen where we posted in the Discord, salutes to Divine. You just kind of reminded me as I seen you posted up in here. We're having some restocks coming up here, what I want to say tomorrow. So keep an eye. If you're in the Discord, you know what's up. You know what I'm saying? I looked at some of the stuff that's coming back out or re-releasing or restocking or what have you. This is probably, if you were ever going to be or ever thought about being a sneakerhead, this is like arguably could be considered the best time to join or be a sneakerhead. 2020 to 2021-ish probably was the worst times because I'll say 2020 we got a lot of heat, and 2021 we got a lot of heat, but 2022 we didn't get a lot of heat, but we got a lot of releases. You know what I'm saying? But you could pick up whatever you want, but a lot of stuff was sitting. So again, it's about when you join. I've been doing this for a minute now, like, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, but let me touch the chat real quick, and then we'll get the party started. Again, y'all let me know if audio and visuals okay on your end. Looks like we have Melly Mel in the building. Says yerp. What up, Melly Mel? What up? What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all commenting out. Let's see. Mano the Cakes in the building says, what's Fendi sold out family? What's good, Manny? What up, Melly Mel? What up, Manny's? Manny Mel says, I had to enter for the Undefeated for the culture. Of course. I mean, to be honest, dog, that's another thing. I asked, ironically, in the Discord today, I was like, yo, what's your stock numbers or whatever? Because let me say this too. I never ever believe in what the actual stock numbers are. I don't care who posted. I never ever believe it because I'm like, you got to take it with a grain of salt because where the hell they get that from? But ironically, we didn't get no stock numbers for these in general. And I want to say this as well. Usually, even if people don't know, they usually post something. But this is definitely like a drop that I feel like we haven't seen something this close and hype in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've had some hot drops, but this is one where I feel like everybody's coming out to try at least. You know what I'm saying? That's why this shoe is monumental because, you know what I mean? It is literally raffled off everywhere. There's no more. I don't think I think they may do a first come, first serve, like when they officially drop August 2nd, but don't quote me on that. I'm hoping to catch a W through the raffle, through the Run Fair joint. And yeah, you know, but I mean, we all are hoping for that as well. You know what I'm saying? Let me continue to chat real quick. And then, of course, you know, we're going to get the party started here as well. Let's see. Melly Mel says, even if my card decline, I got to do it. I mean, well, hopefully that would suck, man. That's one thing with the card I use right before I entered the raffle joint. I was like, let me double check the funds on this joint because that's the last thing I want is like, you get the notification that your joint declined, but technically if you would have had the moolah, then it would have went through. So yeah, I definitely made sure I put a card on file that I know that it should be good monies, you know, no pun intended, but actually all pun intended on that one. But I feel you, Melly Mel. I feel you. Looks like we got Devon Photos in the building. Says, what up, Polo? What up, Devon? What up? What up? He says the Billie Eilish with the ugliest fours of the year. Devon, let's just be real here. And I'm not gonna say I think they're ugly, but like I was telling you before, it's way better than anything she's done before. And then two, take it with a grain of salt because I think she appeals to a certain audience. Probably not us sneakerheads, but I mean, it is what it is. And all I'm saying is, we've seen her drop something way worse. Her collabs her stuff is just, I don't know. It's all over the place. And this, I'll put it this way. Let me reword it. Are you really surprised, Devon? Really? Like, this is a real question. Are you surprised? I know I'm not. You know what I mean? Let's see. Men with the Kick says, Good luck to everyone and waiting on the W's for the Undefeateds. Most definitely, hopefully everybody entered for the culture, man. And hopefully I hope to see more, even if I'm going to speak, I'm getting a W. I'm going to speak in existence. I'm hoping to hear everybody get a W, man. But I know how the game go too as well. I'm also going to be realistic with the joint. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to sit up here and front the joint like, okay, everybody gets one. But that's what kind of keeps the game interesting too, if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? I see Devon says, I'm doing 2 raffles in store and online. See, you lucky, Devon, because you in a prime location where most likely there's always going to be heat drop. Like, we ain't getting them in the DMV. We ain't got an in-store joint nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Fun fact, too, right? And I'm going to say this towards the end of the live because I'm going to say it now so I don't forget. When I was watching that Undefeated joint from Complex, homies was already saying like this, right? I'm not trying to call out any particular sneaker YouTuber, but it's just dropped 3 days ago. Now, I don't know when they recorded this, right? But the store themselves said that they said if you see people posting where they got a whole bunch of pairs already, where there's like 20, 40 pairs in the background, most likely, let's just say I wouldn't trust it because, and it came out their own mouth. They said like literally they didn't even have that many pairs when they didn't get that many pairs early. They only had like 4 or 5. So I mean, at best case scenario, if they were nice enough and gave all of them away, but it don't sound like homie did, but he didn't say he didn't. So that's my thing. When you see those people that have those crazy amount of pairs early, that's always suspect, even if it does look exactly like them. You know what I'm saying? And they said they have nothing to do with it. And of course, they also said they got hit from like Nike and stuff like that. And they're like, yo, we don't know. We don't have them. You know what I'm saying? So they're doubling that. And you know what? I believe them. You know what I mean? Because I've always questioned how y'all get this many damn pairs where Nike them not knocking at y'all motherfucking door, how we got these. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff, I don't know if it's legal or illegal, but some screams suspect about it. That's all I'm trying to say. And I didn't mean to go on that rant, but I'm just saying. But hopefully you catch a W because you in NY, Divine, so yeah, you got like a double chance. But not everybody get a double chance, you know what I'm saying? I think Vegas got a slot. I'm pretty sure Cali got a slot, like LA, and then I can't think of the rest. I want to say Chicago. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those are the ones I can think off the top of the dome, right? Manny says, big facts, Divine, salute 100. Melly Mel says, in store, that's fire. Most definitely. He says, laugh my ass off. I don't expect to hit. I never hit. If I do, I'm going crazy. Then, yeah, I must be positive for you. You got to be positive, homie. You just never know. Sometimes you may hit. And to be honest, I would put it this way. All the ones you don't hit on, wouldn't that make such a big difference if you hit on this one? Because this is a big one, man. You know what I'm saying? Pause. But this is something that you want to hit on. If this is the one you want to make it count. You know what I'm saying? But let me share my screen. We're going to get started on the first story here, which is Stevie Williams pretty much accusing Nike of stealing like his likeness and like his brand. Again, he's the founder of DGK, arguably one of my favorite skateboard companies of all time. And I will say this, I have one skateboard, right? And ironically, it is a DGK board. So let me share my screen here. We're going to get the party started because I'm only going to be on the joint for roughly 40 minutes or so. So I'm going to make sure I cover all the topics. Let me share my screen here. Give me 2 seconds and boom. You guys should be seeing the screen for sure right here. So this is coming from Foot News right here. It says legendary skateboarder and DGK founder Stevie Williams accuses Nike of stealing his slogan, "Run, Skate, Chill," was used to promote the Nike SB Air Max 95s. So this is my thing, Mr. Stevie Williams. Even though you're my favorite skateboarder, do you have that slogan trademark and or some type of copyright infringement on it, right? Okay, where people can't use it? Because we can think of a lot of stuff that I feel, it's a lot of slang words I feel like I created, which I know I did, and I probably most likely it just kind of heard it somewhere and it just kind of took off. But some of the slang words, I feel like I used to be the guy that was known for making up slang words. I'm not saying this is a slang word, but at the same time, I feel like this kind of falls under that gray area of freedom of use here. Because, unless he has it trademarked. But, maybe the real ones know. Now, like I said, for the people who don't know who Stevie Williams is, professional skateboarder, and he has done his thing. He's a little bit older now, but he still skates, obviously. And if you could look back at some of his older footage, which I may pull up a quick little skate video of him, super dope, man. He's done other things. He's got other brands he's worked with as well. I know he's got his own business, several like that, because he's been doing this for quite some time, man. So salutes to Stevie Williams for going before I even go any further. You know what I'm saying? I want to say he's from Philadelphia, right? Yeah, he's from Philly, if I'm not mistaken. But again, these Air Max 95 SBs, I don't know. I think we've seen Eric Costin, which is another skateboarder, skateboarding in them. I personally, I don't know. I don't think nobody's really even thinking about right now, but these are posted. This article comes July 30th. So let me cover this real quick, see what he's talking about, and then I'll probably see if I can play a quick little skate clip of him. He's also been on, if you know who Tony Hawk is, if you grow up, like when me and Dux grew up, this is one of the video games we played was Tony Hawk. I remember the most popular one probably could have been, I know there was like Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1, 2, and then I think there was one that was called Tony Hawk Underground, and they had the abbreviations like Thug, like THUG, right? But it was like Tony Hawk Underground. Just fun fact, a play on words. But let me pretty much go through this article. It says Stevie Williams and the Nike SB promotional image. He's called out with allegations of stealing his slogan. This is my thing too. That would have been a great person to have to the team, off mode but on mode, to be on like pretty much the Nike skateboard team. Now obviously they got Eric Costin, but they also have, I want to say, Nigel Hudson, and also these are some of the people I can think off the top of my head, right? And I know they got Paul Rodriguez, and Paul Rodriguez I feel like has been over there arguably maybe the longest. I know Eric Costin is kind of like the, I ain't gonna say new guy because he's been skating before those guys, but I think he was the last, like one of the more well-known or people that I know of, right, skateboarding wise, to go over there. Other guys are probably maybe even more popular than him that I may not even know because I'm not even in it like that no more. You know what I'm saying? Looks like we got Slayer in the building. Says, yo, sneaker game 100. That's what's up. What up? What up? Y'all smash that like button as y'all coming in and out. But yeah, I feel like he would have been a great addition to the team. Now, where Stevie Williams did have sneakers with, if you've heard of the company what am I looking for? DC, right? Where Rob Dyrdek is pretty much home of, right? That used to be a very big skateboarding brand, sneaker-wise. So he had DCs. I know he's had Reebok. He's had a deal with Reebok. This is where something I feel like they should bring stuff back. Like, bring this back as well. The Nike, bring back the Reebok DGKs. Those were pretty hard, man. I never got a chance to get a pair. I would like a pair. You know what I'm saying? But I'm almost positive those are the two brands I remember him being on. And maybe some others, but those are the main two that I can think of right off the top of the head. But let's get through this article real quick. Let's see. Slayer says, those Costin Air Max collabs go hard, 100, fire. Okay, what's up? What's up? Slayer says, yo, sneaker game 100. That's what's up. Smash that like button, bro. But let's see. Nike SB is preparing to release a Air Max 95 under its banner for the first time, and a promotional image posted to its Instagram page bears the slogan, run, skate, chill. So let me see if I can just pull this banner up real quick just to see what Stevie is kind of talking about here, and we're going to keep navigating and pushing through. I think I'm making great time here. Let me put myself back on the main. Boom. I just want to see this real quick. I don't know where this is opening up to. This is kind of the first images of the joint, but I want to say here we could probably watch on X. I'm going to see if I can play this joint. Give me like 2 seconds. I'm going to see if I can open it up because I think it'll play right here. Hold on real quick. All right, cool. So let me share my screen. This is where he's talking about. Boom. And I'm going to pretty much make sure audio is good. And let's see. I'm going to play this real quick. I think these should be the Nike SB Air Max 95s. So let's see what this is right here. It's like it's an unboxing. So somebody's obviously got a pair already. This is on X, aka Twitter. So Slayer says these go hard. Let's see. Okay. Interesting. I don't think these are the pairs we're getting now. I don't think we're getting this particular colorway. But don't quote me on that, though. Don't quote me on that. I can tell you who don't make sneaker reviews. This guy. Like, he couldn't have picked the worst angle to open that joint. But this is the one that's been floating around, the pink joints. Me personally, I would have rather had a darker color. I feel like they could have did something slightly different, but at the same time, I can say this, the shoe does stick out in a good way. And I don't hate them. And obviously they trying to make them skatable here. Because one thing I noticed, they got the suede joint. That's for gripping on that grip tape. You know what I'm saying? Nike check on the toe right there. I don't hate them. Am I excited about them? Most likely not. This is the back of the joint right here. Nike SB. You know, I don't know, man. Maybe Nike should have left the Nike SB era where it was, because I remember, fun fact for the people who don't know, I remember when Nike SB was just Nike SB. Before it was Nike SB Dunk, right? It was just Nike SBs. I actually have 2 pair of Nike SBs. That's it. Not a Nike SB Dunk, just a Nike SB. But let me get back to the article. It says, this choice of words has drawn the ire of Stevie Williams, an icon skateboarding and founder of the brand Dirty Ghetto Kids, who long ago coined the phrase himself. And the first of many Instagram stories calling Nike in its skateboarding division, Stevie Williams posted Tuesday, did Nike SB steal from black culture, or was it Eric Costin? Okay, I didn't know he had any beef going on with Eric Costin. I thought he was cool with all the skateboarders. But then again, there's probably low-key more skate beef than what it is. You know what I'm saying? So I want to see if I can find his Instagram where he's going on that rant. So this is a Nike SB joint. So this is, yeah, I mean, I see what he's talking about looking at this Instagram post here. But I want to see if I can find Stevie's real quick, because I'm just very curious. Did he post something or did he say something? So let me see. This is gonna open up what? That's Nike. That's a nope, not that. That's a Travis Scott joints. Let's see. I am very curious. I'm gonna close this joint. I am curious. Did he do we actually have it on his Instagram? Did he actually call it out? This is him right here, but that just opens up to another article. That's Eric Costin's model right here. So this is interesting here. Eric Costin is also another professional skateboarder. Obviously, he's a big Lakers fan, so these are actually pretty dope too, if you think about that. But I was just trying to see if I can find that where he actually was saying something. And then it says, Art Eric Costin, which this will probably just pull up another joint for Eric Costin, which is this. So, yeah. If the video surfaces or if I can find it, I'll see if I can find a joint. But we're going to close this, and we're going to close this. I'm going to go back here. It says, Costin and a fellow skateboarding legend helped Nike SB retool the Air Jordan 4 for the sport, and has also been involved in promoting the Air Max 95. It says right here, this is the ad view on Instagram. Pretty much, Williams went further in another story saying, instead of paying homage to me and the culture leader and brand owner, they decided to steal and run with this false narrative and not be authentic. They wouldn't do that to Jay-Z or Jordan, but they think they can do this ish to me and my brand. That's hard. That's a effing no. So I'm wondering if that means he's gonna take legal action here. Personally, I don't know. Does he have it? And I'm just gonna say this: does he have all the stuff like any form of copywritten type of stuff on it? Like I was saying earlier. You know what I'm saying? If you don't, dog, you're wasting your time. But this looks like the ad right here on Instagram. Now, I don't know if this is where Stevie Williams actually called him out at, because, and I'll see if it's just like, I think he said in a story. So pretty much, I'm going to see if it's still up there. I'm going to actually see if I can go to Stevie Williams' like Instagram page, because I am very curious. Let me put myself back on the main page real quick. Y'all know I don't really do the social media shit. So like, y'all bear with the kid, man, because, yeah, I don't remember the last time I've been to Instagram, dog. Let me see real quick if we can just find his Instagram, just for ish and giggles. Because if he's saying it, I'm very curious if I want to hear it real quick. Definitely have him up here skating. Let's see. I'm going to see if this is it right here up on the story. He's working out. I want to see if that joint, let's see. Our business change. We're on. Okay, cool. So I think this is where he's at right here, where he's going on the rant. I'm not going to watch all these joints, but I don't think this, the more disrespect you slide, the cheaper you become, everyone watching. So let me see this joint. So I don't think he actually said anything in particular. I see a couple things on here. But yeah, let me share my screen, show you what's showing right here. Boom. This is Stevie Williams. I don't know when skateboarders start working out like crazy, but I ain't gonna knock him for this, but this is him doing the monkey bars joint right here. But
mad, Tito. It's the law. Sucks, huh? Yeah, well, This is
This
over
is the
with.
classic movie from
work
this
for
is
me.
the classic from New Jack City. So I'm assuming this is kind of like a stab at Nike, if I had to guess. Saying it's the law, you know what I'm saying? So pretty much that's it. So cool. So he's got the Tupac joint on. So it looks like this is Nike logo. So this is the thing I'm gonna cover right here. It says 1, our business changed. 2, we're on offense all the time. 3, protect results, count, no perfect process, break down the rules. Hopefully, I'm gonna see if I can actually run that back real quick because I feel like, boom, we'll go right there. Assume nothing, make nothing for people. Says live live off the land. Your job isn't done until the job is done. So I don't know if this kind of like shots at Nike, but this kind of looks like their logo, if I had to guess. And then of course this is one of the other posts right here where RIP to Virgil, but looks like obviously he was talking to him. It says, if we're in line, we need to get in and ask for Carla Wells at the front desk. So mandatory, you got it early. So I mean, oh, I know where we're going with this joint. Because if you remember, they did an off-white Nike SB, right? Remember that? And Stevie was one of the guys who got a select pair. I remember that. And he was doing good for the marketing and stuff like that real quick. So this is probably where that conversation is where he was talking to Virgil. RIP, by the way. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Stevie Williams, we could probably Google that real quick of him in the off-white joints. This is the joint I read earlier. It says, the more disrespectful you let slide, the cheaper you become to become everyone watching. So this is his post right here, but I feel like this is better as light as he better go with it. You know what I'm saying? Not judging and saying he ain't got the bag, but Nike them bag kind of slightly different. And I will see if I can just find him skating those off-white joints, because I'm pretty sure he was skating in the off-white SBs, though. Let me see. Off-white, let's see. Where is it? It was an off-white Nike SB joint. And then, let me see. Nike SB, and I'm going to put in Stevie Williams. Because I know he was skating in them joints. He had the white and blue pair, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even think if he had any other. Let me see real quick. Let me see if he even got a pair of the Air Max 95 joints. But I'm almost positive if I could just find the joints, then he would be there. Actually, he was skating in Air Max 95s back then, though. So this is one of the articles, too, that you can see. Boom. These are just some images I Googled of him in the joints. So apparently he was skating in these Nike SB Air Max 95. So I guess he was going to do some adding for them. You know what I'm saying? Released in 2025. Looks like, I mean, he may be unofficially under the team or had some type of deal. And now these are the SBs he had. Those off-white Carolina joints. Not necessarily the best image. But yeah, these are ones I think that was gifted to Stevie right here. These joints right here. They were like personalized from Virgil, where you can see he wrote DGK on there. So that's what he's trying to get at. You know what I'm saying? And arguably, maybe he has a right to feel a certain type of way. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he feels like he's done wrong. So let me read through this article real quick and then we'll keep the party going. It says, Footwear News has reached out to Nike for comment and will update this story if a response is given. DGK and Skateboarding Magazine Transworld released a collaborative capsule dubbed Run, Skate, Chill in 2019, and in 2014 blog post from the Quarter Snacks on the video featuring Williams uses the phrase for the headline as well. Williams can also be seen skating in the Air Max 95 Neons, which we posted that photo, just saw that, and the videos from 1997. One of these very clips even appears in a video on Nike SB's YouTube channel in which Carson discusses the model legacy among skaters. Changes of the Air Max 95 are primarily internal, as the midsole has been altered to some of the foot is closer to the air unit, and the tread height has been reduced to better board feel. The upper is also made softer to reduce to time it takes to break in while employing construction methods for better durability. So looks like they also made it a true skate shoe, right? Okay. It says, later this year, the following debut of the Nike SB's Cactus Flower colorway, Eric Carson is expected to get his own collaboration release. I feel like this definitely, if Stevie is, you know what I mean? He's somebody I feel like you can bring to the team. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he doesn't get in no major trouble where he's always out there seen. Stevie Williams is definitely one of those people, if you know type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Slayer says, yes, Scursy Slayer 100 with the strong arm. He's agreeing with you that they are fresh. I don't hate him. I don't hate him. I'm going to leave it like that. And so pretty much this is the article right here. As you can see, I'm not sure if this is actually Stevie Williams in these joints right here, but this is him back in the day. I know this is a back in the day photo, probably back in Philly where he was skating in Air Max 95s. You know what I'm saying? So maybe Stevie just feels a little upset that he didn't get included over this run, skate, chill. And I feel like this, they kind of officially use him without, I'll put it this way, what it probably feels like is pretty much, and this is Kyle Wilson. I'm assuming he's on the Nike SB team. This is my thing. What Stevie probably feels is like, yo, seriously, I pretty much have been officially helping you guys without helping you guys. Meaning, you know, you might as well make it a business and call it a day. Kind of reminds me and make me think of how Nelly feels whenever out of nowhere, years later, remember that song Air Force Ones, where he was like, yo, I should be getting a better deal with Nike, this, and the third. But this thing, you took the deal. I think Nelly said all they got was free Air Force Ones and maybe like, you know, a few dollars or what have you, allegedly. I don't know. But nowhere now they want residuals. You know what I'm saying? They want that long-term monies. You know what I'm saying? Stevie probably has been trying to work a deal over there for the longest. And you know what I'm saying? It's probably just been taking way longer than usual. But from what I'm getting from it, Stevie just feels like he should be a part of the team at this point. And I respect it. And I respect it. I'm not going to sit up here and take that away from him here. So I'm not going to read through this article because I kind of just covered it all the way. But that's pretty much a Stevie Williams joint. Let's go ahead and transition on to the Crep Protect. And then we will go with the Undefeated stuff to close out for the rest of the night. So look like this when Crep Protect launches new rope laces and fuzzy laces here. Again, Crep Protect I know is a cleaning company joint. But I mean, here we are. This is what we got up on the screen. The rope laces, which do I feel like this is came and gone. And this is my thing too. The problem with the rope laces before, I thought you had to have bigger holes in the Air Force One to actually get it through there. Maybe they got a mechanism where it won't be too bad. But it seems like it may be a pain in the cheeks to lace your shoes with these right here. Do it look bad? No. But it looks like it can be a pain in the cheeks. Plus, I've seen plenty of people show me where you could buy this stuff on Amazon and just cut the joint off and boom, you got the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Probably for slightly cheaper. I'm not sure what they're going for on retail on these, but we can look that up. It says the beloved sneaker cleaning brand is stepping out in style. So pretty much this article just pretty much posted here on the 30th as well. These are the rope laces. It says Crep Protect has just launched 2 new products to elevate their kicks. The Crep Protect fuzzy laces and rope laces. Designed to prioritize style as much as performance, the laces are also geared with a brand signature waterproofing technology. Both laces styles are immune to liquid and stains, so there's no chance of fading or losing the original color or texture. It says the extra long rope laces measure 140 centimeters large and then 1 centimeter wide, and I'm assuming that's L for long, so pause. And then, or say length width, so probably lengthwise and then widthwise if we're gonna get technical, right? They're particularly well suited to silhouettes like the Adidas Compass, Air Force One lows, Jordan 1s, and more. You can cop them in a baby blue, baby pink, black, and white colorways. So look like this is the joint right here, some type of video they got planned on. I'm gonna see if I can play this joint. Hopefully there's no music. So we'll see. You know what? I'm gonna mute this joint. Looks like these are just regular laces though. So I mean, the Crep Protect pretty much, I guess, how to do the rope laces. Interesting. So interesting. This is something crazy. Rope laces how to. This is what this is. Interesting. Now I'm not playing the music because I don't know and I don't want to get a copy strike or what have you, but these do not look like rope laces to me. But I'm assuming there's got to be a method to the madness here. I've never laced shoes like this before. So what the hell is going on this? How rope laces how to. How is this a rope lace joint? Oh, I know what they're doing. Wow, this is going to be a pain in the cheeks. I just put 2 and 2 together. I ain't even got to finish. They're lacing it like that to make the holes bigger so you don't have to do all that extra customization. So pretty much you got to take the shoestrings, do that, leave some room so you could lace the joints with the rope laces at this point. Yeah, wow. How did I know? And I wouldn't even start it like that. I would go the other way around, but that's just me. But yeah, that's how you have to basically, you got to use one set of shoestrings and then use the rope laces for this. Is it worth it? Well, I'll give them credit. At least it's not destroying the shoe, but I'm not gonna say I like this. I'm not feeling it. You know, no disrespect. I don't want to sit up here and bash it, but I seen better customizations from the YouTubers. Now these are the other laces right here, those little cloth joints. Yeah, no, thank you. Like no, just no. I don't want to sound like a hater, but no. We got Jesse in the building, says, bro, it's my first time using the sneakers app. I'm from Europe and I'm trying my best to get the Kobe 4's Barcelona joints Pro Tro shoe today. Do I need to prepare myself for an L or do I have chances to get them? I'll say you definitely get on there on time right when they drop and go for them. You got a better chance than back in the day. I'm going to say yes, but it all depends on the availability. In fact, to be honest, rumor has it, and don't quote me on this, right? Rumor has it that if it's your first time ever purchasing from the sneakers app and you just create an account, they usually let your first try, you automatically like you always usually hit your first time. Now, if it don't happen, don't come back at me sideways, but that's what the rumor is, that you always usually hit whenever it's your first time, like your first account. That's just what the story goes. I don't know, though. Don't quote me, because I've had a sneaker app account since like 2012, bro, if I'm not mistaken. Or whenever the joint first came out, I feel like I already had it. So I don't remember the time it actually came out, though, so I could be wrong. But I'm almost positive new people always hit first. It says the fuzzy laces, meanwhile, measures 130 centimeters long, so that the perfect for the silhouette like the Air Force One lows, Dunks, Vans, and more. They're available in black, white, and cream colorways. The all-new laces styles are now available on crepprotect.com and JD Sports with fuzzy laces prices at, and this is, I think, $10 Euro, and then rope laces at $12. I mean, is that a fair price for some rope laces or some like cloth laces here? I will say this, I don't like these fuzzy laces. It looks good, but I'm not crazy about them. I'm not crazy about them at all. These are the fuzzy joints. Let's see. Jesse says, appreciate it, brother. No problem. I mean, these images make them look good, but I don't know if I want some cloth laces, dog. I know, and the rope laces here look good, but I don't know if I want to do all that to lace my shoe. You know what I'm saying? You got to put the shoestring in here just like this, create the holes. Yeah, I don't know. And then what if the shoe flopping all over your feet? You know? Just curious. And I know this is probably not the best messenger to be delivering this because I lace my shoes, but I don't tie them, right? Just fun fact. But let's transition on to the Undefeated joint, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases here and wrap things up here. I'm going to be on the live for like another like 12 minutes. My bad, my fault. But it says, yeah, why the Undefeated Air Jordan 4 matters. Because keep in mind, last time we seen this joint was, in 2005, so they have 20 years. I said 15, so I was off. Let me see. How do I pronounce this person's name? Lou Bellamore. My bad if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, dog. Says, I'm flying out to Seattle if I hit the LA pop-up. No exception. Okay, there's a lot of people. That's dedication. I know I'm not flying out if I hit. That's why I didn't want to enter none of those raffles and stuff like that, because I'm like, it ain't, I want them, but it ain't that serious for me. You know, other people's more so, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, pretty much it says on August 2nd, 2025, one of the most iconic sneakers over the past 20 years is being re-released. The Undefeated Air Jordan 4 says 21 years ago, Mark Parker, Tinker Hatfield, and Lance Armstrong walked into Undefeated first ever flagship store on the La Brea Avenue in Los Angeles. We're not 100% sure what Lance Armstrong was doing there, but his presence perfectly insinuates the sneaker industry influence on the neighborhood back then, according to Undefeated's co-founder James Bond. No pun intended, but what a great name. Parker and Hatfield brought the idea of the collaboration of the Undefeated brand, signaling a shift in sneakers and marking the first collab in history on the Jordan brand. Only 72 pairs were originally of the sneakers were created, right? So that's why that shoe, we've seen it go on the crazy side of things on the resale market, man. And ironically, these pair are, from what I was watching the article, right, or while I was watching a video, the interview, they got them slightly different than the ones from 2005 on purpose. Fun fact, one thing I didn't know, right? They said that the reason that the original pair had the Jumpman and not the Nike logo, they said that back then, Jordan Brand didn't let people put Nike logos on the back. Like nobody, you know what I'm saying? So they couldn't get that. That wasn't an option. That was a no. Now they get that, you know. So they made tweaks, things. They said that they have literally, they were so detailed with the shoe, they know the damn thread count. Right? Okay? They know the thread count. So if anybody can authenticate a shoe, it's probably these guys. So I say all that to say, like I was saying earlier, dog, if you start seeing the image where they got a crazy amount of pairs going around, be careful. And all the early reviews, be careful. That's all I got to say, you know what I'm saying? Because right now on the resale market, I think they're at $1,500 for like the 2025 pair. And no thank you for that price from me either. Not judging nobody or coming at nobody sideways, but no thank you for me on that price. You know what I'm saying? I got bills, dog. But where we at real quick, it says, according to the we read that part, 72 pairs of the original sneaker was created, and the OG pair went on to become arguably the most iconic collab in Jumpman history. One that would go on to help define the importance and unique ability of these partnerships. So hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Probably mispronounced that word. It says, a who's who of sneaker collectors had a pair of the OGs. Let's see, like Mayer, The Perfect Pair, or celebrities like Travis Scott and Lil Yachty. Now, 20 years later, Undefeated is bringing back the icon for the very first time and making it available to the masses. It comes as a time in sneakers where this is happening a lot. Nike and Jordan are opening up the vault and bringing back classics that were only pipe dreams for sneakerheads like myself, like the Galaxy Foams, which ironically I was asked in the Discord, like, what's my favorite pickup so far this year? The Galaxy Foam, this one of them. Wu-Tang Dunks, I didn't go for them, but I probably should have. But yeah, that's another timeless classic sneaker. Shattered Backboard ones, they're due in August, which is right around the corner. I have the pair from 2016. Not sure if I'm going to go for those. It says now the Undefeated fours. Says, sure, there's going to be the usual suspects hooting and hollering and gatekeeping, trying to tell you why this is a bad thing. But at the end of the day, how is it a bad thing when more people are getting their hands on some of the greatest sneakers ever created? I'll answer that one for you. It's not. It says, without question, the industry would look like wouldn't look like what it does today without the project like the original Undefeated Air Jordan 4. So let's continue to celebrate it. Below, you'll find the detailed look at both of the original pair from 2005 as well as the retros from 2025, which releases on August 2nd for $230 exclusively through Undefeated. At the first glance, they look different, but Bun and the Undefeated creative director Chris Gibbs, yes, that's Chris Gibbs, made it clear to us that the color is meant to match the shoe originally looked back 20 years ago. It's a one-of-one retro save for the few small differences meant to keep the allure of the OG intact. You'll also find a detailed look at 3 unseen samples from 2005, as well as featuring different materials and slightly different coloring. So let's take a look at these images, and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases here for the last 5 minutes. So yeah, this is the one from 2005. Beautiful, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's the one from 2005. That's the Jumpman on the joint. Don't hate it. Now here we are, the ones for 2025. And these are some of the images right here. Let me see if I can biggie size this one. So yeah, this is the 2025 pair. And these look immaculate. Nice and fresh and crisp. I'm loving the Nike check. I feel like they did everything right on this one. You know what I mean? Classic. Classic. Now again, if we take it back to the 2005 pair, again, we didn't know what we were stepping into. Obviously, as you can tell, this shoe is obviously old, but it just hits. You know what I'm saying? Classic. Another classic. But to be honest, I think the 2025 pair is looking immaculate, maybe just because it's new. I could be that. And now they said they got some samples for right here. So this was a Traffic Jam sample back in 2005. Kind of glad they didn't go with this one. And this is where you actually could pull off the tongue. Wow, interesting. So they been did this. Interesting. Because we just kind of got that on the black and blue joints that just dropped last Saturday. You know what I'm saying? This is also another sample right here, a leather joint. Interesting. So, wow, this is crazy. Yeah, I don't hate it. It looks good. I mean, but I think the way the dye hit, they wasn't really impressed with that one. But that's the one, another sample. So yeah, this is another sample, like a green joint. Kind of glad they didn't go with these either. I don't hate them, but they're not like all that. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. Long Beach Joe Jess says salutes and respect to Polo in the chat. Devon says Travis said OG or nothing. Travis, come on, dog. What were you doing? What was Travis doing in 2005? You know what I'm saying? And you know how he got those sneakers. You know what I'm saying? He's one of the people that I feel like he don't want the regular people to have this, because some people like having that, like, you know, rareness of sneakers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. But I didn't know they actually did the Barracuda joint like they did like the Rare Airs. I guess you can say the Rare Air is kind of like inspired off of this, because if you look at these as this sample, it says Rare Air on the tongue under the Velcro. So yeah. Ironically, fun fact, that actually gonna probably, to be honest, let's just call it for what it is, right? I'm gonna put myself back on the main screen because I'm getting ready to wrap this thing up here. We're gonna talk upcoming sneaker releases. I think it was Divine that said it. You've been saying this for like over a week, and I agree with you. Not that I didn't before, but I agree with you even more now. Let's face it, right? Let's just talk a little real talk real quick before I get ready to wrap things up here. Look, I hope everybody hits on a pair and get what they want, right? And everybody gets a pair and we're all happy. But reality is, I don't even want to know how many people entered that raffle, right? The numbers are probably through the roof. That's check one. We don't know how many real pairs are out there or that's been made. That's check two, right? So we don't know how many people's entered there. We don't know how many pairs have been made. Three, they've already, if you watch the Complex interview, right? To the best of my knowledge, they don't even have that many pairs in hand right off rip. So, I mean, the ones who have gotten them early, questionable, right? And I'm just saying that, you know, allegedly. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I say all that to say, we don't have the stock numbers. And even if we did, still got to take it with a grain of salt. So, I say all that to say, what do you think is about to happen when and or if not everybody hits on the undefeated fours? Also, that's another question. That's question 3. And question 4 real quick. One more for you guys, right? So, not only what do you think people are going to do whenever they can't, if everybody don't hit on these undefeated fours, right? What do you think they're going to do? And then where do you think that's going to lead them to next, right? Okay? Also, you got to keep in mind, this is my last point, right? Not only do we not know how many people have entered this raffle, but you got to count the people that's tried to enter with multiple different accounts just to see if they're going to get through. I mean, you know, different card numbers. Some people have hella credit cards. You know what I'm saying? They probably got their family members in there with them. You know, multiple different, like, they write their addresses in so many different ways where it's still most likely going to still come to them. So, I mean, you got to count for the people that's probably entered, hell, probably 10 plus, 15 times plus. You know, the numbers are probably through the roof for this raffle. So I'm just trying to get a little bit of realism in you guys' head, pause, to let you know, like, you know what I'm saying? This shoe is iconic, and we haven't seen it since 2005. Yes, the OGs are coming out. You know what I'm saying? OGs are coming out. Wherever we want to put us in the middle at, we're out. And I feel like the Young Bucks, they're coming out too. Because you got to also factor in them. And guess what? You got the hype beast. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect. When releases like this, hype beast kind of, it's a gift and a curse when it's the hype beast involved with this joint. I'm surprised that I only seen like maybe one person out there. So that lets me know how rare this shoe, how, I guess you can say, tight they've been keeping this thing under still no like early crazy pairs. You know what I'm saying? Let me hit the chat real quick and then we'll talk upcoming sneaker releases. Then we'll wrap thing up here right at the top of the hour. Where we at real quick? Let's see. Long Beach Joe Jet says real talk time. Man with the Kick says He had no undefeated 4s in 05 Divine. Let's see where we at real quick. No, I mean in 05, yeah, Travis mostly. No, probably not. Man with the Kick says Joe Jet salutes. Devon says exactly. Devon says rare Air 4s are there for those who catch the L on the undefeateds. I'm going to go ahead and double down and say you're most likely right, dog. I mean, point blank period. They're still sitting everywhere right now, most likely. And if you don't see them, a little bit of footwork, you can find them. But yeah, after we know our fate for these undefeateds, you know, what do you think is next? Right? Man with the Kick says, we still going to make it, Polo. Jada Kid's voice. That's what's up, man. That's a classic song, too. We gon' make it. We gon' make it. That joint, I'm pretty sure, right? Let's see. Devon says, Nigel 1's coming soon, too. Yeah, I saw those. You did post those in the Discord. Let's see. Long Beach says salutes to Manny for sure. Let's talk a little bit of upcoming sneaker releases while we're at it, and then we'll go ahead and wrap things up here because we're right at that hour mark. So I want to make sure I close things out here in time. So I think there's like an official look at the Black Cat 4s. I think these are anticipated this year, but don't quote me. Boom, you guys should be sharing my screen. Black Cat 4s, and I think it is official. Not that we haven't been seeing this, but Nike checked on the back of that thing, so you know. It makes me feel like whenever, wasn't it last time they dropped what, 2019-ish, if I'm not mistaken, and I didn't cop a pair, and I want to say like everybody had me feeling like I made the biggest mistake of my life, dog, but I think that's one of the reasons what held me up is that it didn't have a Nike check. They had the Jordan logo, and that was kind of pushing me back, and I was like, people aren't going crazy for these. I'm going to just wait till I get a quick little sale, but yeah, no. But the shoe did go up, so we do got these anticipated coming in 2025 as well. And these things are looking beautiful. Beautiful. Like super beautiful, you know what I'm saying? Looking great. Also, looks like there's got like a Supreme and Air Force One colorway on the way, like a black joint. Looks like the Craigs from Friday, but this one right here, I normally don't go crazy over Supreme Air Force One drops, but these right here actually look pretty nice. You know what I'm saying? So these are pretty much seen floating around now. So, yeah, for the people who kind of want to get a pair of these, I think this is dope. Now, I know Supreme is nowhere near on the level of what it once was, but I feel like these will actually move. For the people who are like Air Force heads, I feel like I wouldn't mind having a pair of these right here, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Definitely wouldn't. Devon says, Manny, just wait till you see the panic buyers come out. They're definitely coming, for sure. Where we at real quick, Devon says, undefeated for the store wrapper, you have to pick up a certain size at a certain time, otherwise they'll be forfeited for entry. That's my thing. For the people who talking about they gonna fly out, I hope that, you know, I mean, the thing is you'll have to pray that they give y'all an ample amount of window time to get out there and get them. You know, usually they do. You know what I'm saying? To me, is it worth it? I've seen people do it for like Foot Locker and them, but usually Foot Locker, you know, the day before. So I'm very curious if people gonna know the day before and then they gonna pick it up the next day. Most likely, yes. So I mean, this is my thing. It can be done. It can be done. You catch a red eye and then take your ass on over there. I mean, you got to get on the next. The minute you get notified, you got to be on the next thing smoking. You know what I'm saying? But if you think about it, if you going like me, if I was to fly over, say I hit an LA 5-hour flight, I have to do closer. I'll say like, say I do NY, still that's a 5-hour drive. You know what I'm saying? So if I get the notification the day before, I would have to leave literally that night. Even if I'm not gonna get a hotel, pull up. You know, I don't know, dog. It sounds exhausting to me. You know what I'm saying? But some people feel it's worth it. Also, we have these are the original samples right here. I don't think these are coming back out, but these are some of the original samples as well for the Undefeated Air Jordan 4 sample that was inspired by the BlackBerry phone. So, interesting. And I think that's where the guy was telling me actually this joint was actually inspired by the BlackBerry because it was just a popular drop right here. I'm not going to play this video, but yeah, he did actually say this joint. But yeah, says Mike Tell the truth about it. Says on the Eminem Air Jordan 4 came from the Undefeated and Jordan 4 sample. So that's what he's saying. The Eminem 4s got probably their inspiration behind this. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? Possibly. Let me see if I can, like, if it's just a sample, let me see if I can actually, if this plays. Give me like 2 seconds. Because, you know, while we at it, might as well finish strong. Let's see. Does this play?
I asked Eddie, my partner at the time, like, what would you do? And then he said I would do a shoe based on the BlackBerry. because we were all obsessed with our Blackberries at the time. And then 2-3 weeks later, the sample shows up, and it's kind of based on the colorway of the Blackberry. And again, people in the office, Paul Middleman's in there. He's like, if you guys have an opportunity, this is what I would do. And then hence MA1 jacket, kind of the ethos of Undefeated when we started was very military inspired. The vernacular things that we were doing, color palettes, etc. So
I heard a story early on, and I don't know if there's any truth behind this, but that like the Eminem Air Jordan 4 was somehow connected to the Undefeated 4. Is there any sort of truth to that?
Are we allowed to talk about that?
It's like, who knows? I mean, I think there's so many variations that have been sitting around, and I think, like any of us, when we're in Portland, we see something on somebody's desk, we're like, yo, that's dope. What is that? Can I do that? And I think throughout a kind of a back and forth and different samplings, I think things come to life, and there might be some truth to it. I mean,
that was the most political answer you ever gave to
I mean, it's literally.
Yeah, that was a safety answer. He didn't say yes. He didn't say no. But yeah, that's what they're saying. Usually that's where it probably could have got this. As any of us were in Portland, we see something on the desk. Yeah, cool. So that's the quote. But yeah, nice. So we got these definitely coming. And let's see. Not those. But those are just the samples. And then pretty much this is the denim joints. I think the ladies, if I'm not mistaken. I think we should have just left it at the Levi Fords and called it a day. I know this is technically not a Levi collab. This is just denim in general, but obviously Levi inspired. Not so much for me, you know. But let me put myself back on the main screen real quick, and then we'll get ready to wrap this thing up here. Let me touch your chat real quick, just for the last few minutes, and then we will close out for the night, and I'll see you guys again on Saturday. But let's see, where we at real quick. Let's see. Where we at real quick. Devon says, I don't see anything wrong with the black Air Force Ones, with these black Air Force. I don't either. I think they're dope. Man with the Kick says, dead ass Devon, and they give me SB4 Navy joint vibes. Devon says, people love all black shoes, but they say the stigma about all black Air Force Ones make it make sense. Yeah, I don't get it. I get that too. They always saying if you in the black Air Force Ones, you about to step. But I mean, dog, can you really move in some Air Force Ones? For real? I mean, I can imagine trying to work out in some Air Force Ones, like running them joints. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, not at all. You know what I'm saying? Definitely a walking shoe, if you ask me. But arguably, some would say it is a basketball shoe. So, I mean, I'll leave it right there. Where we at real quick, Devon says, speaking of the SB4 Navy, that shoe flopped. Interesting. Let's see. I mean, I feel like a lot of people went for those joints. I just feel like it just didn't do nothing compared to the first colorway. You know, the green joints. You know what I'm saying? The green joints is still the iconic one. Everybody went crazy over that one for whatever reason. I know some people say that's the better pair, but I mean, to be honest, dog, yeah, I mean, either one of them, I'm not tripping. For real. They fire, but I ain't tripping where I want to go get them. You know what I'm saying? Memory Kick says, most definitely they did polo. Okay, that's what's up. For real. They probably did. Let's see, Devon says, back in high school, dudes used to wear the bomber jackets. Yeah, I had one of them joints. I used to rock them joints too. So it would be nice to see, like, what I'm hoping to, and I'm going to close out on this note. What I'm hoping is that the Undefeated Fours, we get the drop on the website, and then, like, within the next week to 2 weeks, we get another shot on sneakers, you know? Another raffling on sneakers, I'm hoping. Devon says, the Navy joints just give a reminder of the military blue fours. I mean, I can see that. They definitely do. But, you know, they're supposed to be skatable and this, that, and the third, you know, different qualities and stuff like that. You know, not trying to defend them, but that's their story. You know what I'm saying? You know that too as well, Divine. But other than that, let me wrap things up here for the night. I've been on this joint for an hour and 8 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through and showing love and being active in the chat. This was definitely a good one for sure. I'll see you guys again on Saturday with another another Sold Out podcast. Tonight, we definitely cover Stevie Williams pretty much accusing Nike of stealing pretty much his saying and his likeness. So we'll see how that goes. He looks like he's hinting that he's going to take some legal action, but I don't know, so don't quote me on that. And then it looks like we talked about the Crep Protect new rope laces, and then we closed out with the Undefeated 4 Jordans. Salutes to everybody that's entered. Hopefully y'all catch the W's. And if not, man, we'll see what we're going to do on Saturday. See how that drop is going to go. But right now, I feel like everybody just has their fingers crossed because I think at this point, all raffles are officially closed. The ones that you can pick up locally and even the online joint, right? Okay, so pretty much it's just faith and positivity at this point, man. But other than that, I'll see you guys again on Saturday with another Sold Out Live, another Sold Out podcast. Until then, smash that like button, sub up to the channel if you're new, and if you haven't done so already, of course, y'all know my name is Jeremy Jones, and what I normally do is make content about sneakers, occasional Tron hauls. Y'all know we got Music Monday. I'll see you guys again on Saturday, and yeah, I am officially out this thing, man. Peace.
December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. For the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die, let a night know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. My heart is cold like December, where my heart can remember. Tell me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember. I'm drinking honey right now. Hope I don't crush all amount. If you see me out of town, hope I'm wildin' now. Lost my mind to this cup, it's unbearable now. Fuck the store, they run out of Sprite, oh wow. I don't feel bad when I'm high, I can't touch the sky. If I die late at night, know that I was high. Cried so many nights, but said I was fine. For my demons, I can fight them all, I'm on a high. I can play this song back, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. Oh, I'ma cry a while. I cried so many nights. My heart is cold like December. Who broke my heart can remember. Told me to leave her alone. God don't know if I can remember. God don't know if I can remember.